Hello everyone. Domo. I think we all love sashimi, but it's a bit disappointing when there are bones in it, right? But hey, what if we could still enjoy that fish's delicious sashimi? Today, we're gonna make sashimi using a fish with lots of those small bones. So, guess what fish we're making sashimi with? Sardines. Ever had sardine sashimi before? You might have tried them in olive oil, right? Sardines are one of the most widely eaten fish worldwide. In Japan, they're in season from June to October. Sardines have a short window for eating them raw, and they spoil easily. Back in the Edo period, they were often used as fertilizer for fields. When you write sardine in Japanese kanji, it's like this: the left part represents fish and the right part means weak or fragile. So basically it means a fragile fish. Despite sardines being prone to spoilage, with modern advancements in refrigeration technology, we can enjoy them as sashimi. However, since sardines have a lot of small bones, you gotta be careful while eating them. Sardines with their fatty richness are just as delicious as other high-end fish. So if you get the chance, definitely give them a try. Alright, let's get started with making it. The ingredients are really simple: just sardines for eating, some ginger as a condiment, sushi vinegar, soy sauce would be nice to have too. And during this sashimi preparation, we'll use well-chilled brine at about 5% concentration. You can sprinkle sesame seeds or add green onions for a different tasty twist. If you want sushi, prepare some vinegar rice, it's also a great option. Here's the sardine I prepared this time. It cost 248 yen including tax. If we assume $1 equals 160 yen, that's roughly around $1.50. It's really cheap, but since these sardines are plump and full-bodied, they should taste good. First off, let's start by removing the scales from the sardines. Sardines have a lot of scales, but they're surprisingly easy to remove. Fish like red snapper, though, have tough scales that can be quite challenging to take off. Using the lid from a PET bottle like this makes it easy to remove scales. So I recommend it. Once you're done scaling, rinse the fish with water. Before we start cutting the fish, let's prepare some well-chilled salt water with ice. Aim for around 5% salt concentration, it'll be just right. Cutting the fish follows the usual steps. First, we'll remove the head. It's best to cut just past the gills. Once that's done, we'll insert the knife into the belly to remove the organs. Rotate the knife gently to do it cleanly. Next, we'll separate the backbone from the flesh. Once that's done, we'll do the same on the other side. It's a good time to remove the belly bones now. Sardines typically have a darkish lining on their belly. Fish like Hippocampus sejoric also have a similar blackish lining. Next, we'll separate the backbone from the flesh. Once that's done, we'll do the same on the other side. It's a good time to remove the belly bones now. Sardines typically have a darkish lining on their belly. Fish like Hippocampus sejoric also have a similar blackish lining. After rinsing lightly with water to wash away any blood, let's put them in the salt water. This helps maintain freshness with the cold and also removes any fishy smell through osmotic pressure. Let's keep cleaning the rest of the sardines quickly. The ones in the ice water stay fresh, but the ones waiting to be cleaned need to be done sooner, they'll spoil. If you have a lot of sardines, one way to handle them is to take them out of the fridge as needed and clean them. Whether it's sardines or any other fish, when dealing with a large quantity, it's important to handle them carefully to maintain freshness. Looking at the clean sardine meat like this, you can see there are a lot of small bones. Right? Those thin white lines running through the meat are all small bones. With oil sardines, heating them makes the bones less noticeable, but since we're making sashimi this time, we can't apply heat. About 10 minutes should be enough for the sardines, right? After taking them out, Give them a quick rinse under tap water, then pack them into a Ziploc bag. Pour sushi vinegar into the Ziploc bag. If you don't have sushi vinegar, mix 1 cup of rice vinegar, 6 tablespoons of sugar, and 4 teaspoons of salt together to make it. Once you've put the sardines and sushi vinegar in a Ziploc bag, pop it in the fridge. It's a good idea to put it in the coldest part of the fridge, like the chilled section. It's been overnight. Soaking the fish in vinegar softens the bones. Now take out the meat and peel off the skin. This time I'm using a knife to peel off the skin. But you can easily do it by hand with sardines. When peeling by hand, start from the corner of the meat at an angle, it's easier that way. We're gonna cut the sardines into bite-sized pieces, as mentioned in another video. Cutting them diagonally makes the cross-section larger, giving it more bite and texture. Let's plate the sliced sashimi. Arrange them on a plate, slightly overlapping each piece to make it look neat. Take a look at this knife. You can see the blade has oil on it from cutting the fatty sardine. Now let's add some ginger on the plated dish. And there you have it. The sashimi of sardines is complete. If you're in the mood for sushi instead of sashimi, you might want to cut the pieces a bit larger like this. This time I also sliced tuna and salmon sashimi for sushi. Salmon is generally delicious as is, but just to be sure, I'm using well-tilled salt water to remove any fishy smell from the tuna, just like I did with the sardines. Before forming the sushi rice, wet your hands with a mixture of water or equal parts water and vinegar. This prevents rice grains from sticking to your hands, keeps them clean, and reduces the risk of burns by lowering your hand temperature while shaping the sushi. I placed the sliced sashimi on top of vinegared rice, added some ginger, and voila, the sushi is done! Enjoy both the sashimi and sushi dipped in soy sauce. We've got ginger this time, which is plenty, but feel free to add some wasabi if you like. So, I've gone ahead and made sashimi with the sardines, which have a lot of small bones. How did you like this video? If you get your hands on fresh sardines, definitely give them a try. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. See you next time in the next video. Matane!